This training video will review how the trigger controls tip shape, release and removal of the handle, lubrication of the introducer, and preloading of the endotracheal tube on the back of the introducer, placement and use of the introducer with any video laryngoscope, and railroading of the tube, and removal of the introducer. The introducer may be lubricated generously with silicone spray or water-based lubricant. Once well lubricated, place the endotracheal tube, tip first on the back of the introducer behind the handle. Move the endotracheal tube a couple of times back and forth to make sure that the lubricant is evenly spread throughout the tube. Once well lubricated and preloaded with an endotracheal tube, the Runnels Steerable introducer is ready for use. The video laryngoscope is placed into the mouth until a view of the glottis is obtained. The lubricated and preloaded Runnels Steerable introducer is then gripped by the handle in the right hand, allowing the index finger to control the trigger. Straighten the tip and place the introducer into the mouth parallel to the blade of the video laryngoscope. Release the trigger, allowing the introducer tip to move anteriorly, solving the primary curve with the tip between the cords. The trigger should again be pulled, moving the tip of the introducer downwards as needed to advance over the glottis, solving the secondary curve. Once seated at the glottis, the trigger may again be pulled, moving the tip of the introducer downwards as needed to advance over the glottis and into the trachea. Advance the introducer into the trachea until the green zone is adjacent to the glottis. Red zone at the glottis indicates the introducer is approaching or below the carina. Consider pulling back to the green zone. Once well placed in the trachea, anchor the shaft of the introducer at the lip and release the handle by placing the right thumb on the thumb rest. Pushing the thumb rest forward once a click is felt, signaling release of the top. Gently flip the top and remove the handle. Once the handle is removed, the endotracheal tube can be railroaded over the introducer and into the trachea. Once the endotracheal tube is in the trachea, the introducer is removed, leaving the endotracheal tube in place.